Well, Troy, you are correct. We have had such a wild week, and we are really looking for an extended period of dry weather to help get some of this harvest activity caught up. Of course, we had the storm last weekend that dropped some pretty significant snowfall across portions of southeast Nebraska. Cold air come in here a little bit quicker, and the heavier moisture, instead of being in northeastern Kansas, moved up into southeast Nebraska. We had a lot of widespread 2 to 4 inch snowfalls with some isolated 6 to 8 inch totals reported in the Friend-Milford area and then to the northwest of Fairbury. Around the Lincoln area here proper, anywhere from 3 to upwards of 5 inches on the outskirts of the city. So some very heavy wet snow brought a complete cease to activity, and then temperatures in 2 days we're seeing 70 degrees across the state with dry weather. So we expect that the harvest will wrap up rather quickly, at least in this next 7 to 10 days for the beans. It doesn't look like any impending weather. Now in terms of snow, let's look at the official winter forecast, and this is the first shot at it by CPC. Above normal temperatures projected for the west, normal to the east. In terms of precipitation, typical El Nino pattern, wet to the south, dry to the northwest and the upper Great Lakes region. And I would say that if this verifies, that we will see below normal temperatures across a good portion of the southern United States. In terms of what's going on presently, the system that brought some light showers to the region Thursday night is now amplified into a trough over the Great Lakes, bringing a shot of cooler air to northeastern Nebraska and eastern Nebraska as cold Canadian high pressure filters down toward the southeast. Warmer air as we get to the west starts to build in, but you'll notice nothing in the way of any precipitation to deal with, most of it along the frontal boundary to our south. This trough begins to lift on Sunday, bringing the return to warmer air, although a surface low is shown to develop over portions of north central Nebraska. There is no moisture to speak of with the system to work on, so we will see most of the moisture in the southwestern United States. And on Monday, this trough weakens even further. We do see some more ridging taking place, much warmer conditions again on store as we see the low pressure starting to show signs of development in the Texas Panhandle. This is some monsoonal moisture fleeting northward, so we'll see some moisture in the southwest, but it's signs of things to come as we see this high pressure ridge building in the center of the part of the country as we get into Tuesday. Very dry conditions across the central United States, with most of the moisture going to be associated down south as that tropical surge comes in from another system coming up the Baja Peninsula. That'll get entrained in the little trough moving across the southern United States and develop into a fairly significant storm system for the southeastern United States. But for us, high pressure remains in control for the most part. Most of the precipitation, if any gets in here, will be in extreme southeastern Nebraska, and right now this might be overplaying it somewhat. But as this system begins to move to the east, you can see this trough strengthening, widespread heavy precipitation as the surface low gets energized, bringing a lot of moisture into this region from the Gulf and from the jet dynamics. Heavy precipitation from the lower Mississippi River Valley, but dry in our region. Then as we get into Friday, we get a little shortwave trough starting to move in from Canada, bringing us some cooler conditions. Low pressure shown at the surface to be in northwestern Missouri. We may see some light precipitation with this, but the heavy moisture once again is to our east. So we look at the 8 to 14 day forecast. Next Thursday the following Tuesday, cooler east, warm to our west, and in terms of precipitation, well above normal to our southeast. So Troy, it looks like good harvest weather for the most part for the next 10 days.